So Adidas and Yeezy, the iconic partnership which kicked off its first release back in 2015 with the Yeezy 750. At the time, he was coming off of his deal over at Nike. So let's just say he had a lot to prove and Yeezy took the world by storm. So in celebration of this iconic collaboration, let me know, what was your very first pair of Yeezys? For me, it happens to be these 350 V2 Coppers, which originally dropped as a Black Friday pack. So you had the option to pick between these, the green stripe or the iconic red stripe pair. So I remember selling a few pairs of J's back in the day, actually picking these up for resale. So of course we know the Adidas Yeezy partnership came to an abrupt end at the end of 2022. At the time, Adidas was still sitting on billions of dollars worth of unsold inventory to which they've been selling off over the last few years or so. And we just had this last major Adidas Yeezy drop where, although there were a lot of issues, some people were able to get many of these classic pairs for the first time. Plus, we got to understand a lot of people are also late to the game. So many people do have a lot of, let's say, catching up to do. So while we still have some styles available via the Confirmed app, everybody's just acting like these releases are going to be available forever. But if we actually take a look at the numbers provided by Adidas financial report, this actually comes from back in April. Adidas says Yeezy inventory will be sold on average at cost, resulting in sales of around 200 million throughout the remainder of the year. So they're saying back in April, they had roughly around 200 million euros worth of Yeezy releases at that time. So this corresponds to a projected total amount of Yeezy related sales of around 350 million euros in the fiscal year of 2024. Previously, around 250 million euros, of which around 150 million euros were generated in the first quarter. So basically right here, Adidas originally projected, if they were going to be selling these pairs at cost, to generate around 250 million euros worth of sales here for the total fiscal year of 2024. But it looks like they have readjusted their projections to an additional 150 million, an additional 100 million, bringing it to a total of 350 million euros, because they had an even better expected first quarter sale where they brought in 150 million euros. So basically, to sum things up, for that very first Yeezy drop that we saw this year, they brought in around $150 million. And then it looks like they have around 200 million left over, to which I feel like they pretty much sold a majority of that here for this last Yeezy drop. So with all of that being said, I did mention that there are still some pairs sitting via the Confirmed app. So we're gonna go through the pairs that are sitting with just about a full size run. While many of these pairs did sell out, these are just the pairs which you can hop on the app, pretty much pick up in just about any size right now. So we have the Knit Runner Faded Azure. When it comes to the Knit Runner, this was a model which I was definitely championing for before it dropped, but I would say is a little bit, I guess you could call it, underwhelming. I would say that while I do love the colorways that we got here, especially with this Fade Azure, I actually happen to have these right here. I probably wore this pair like less than 10 times. I would say the Knit Runner probably wasn't as comfortable as I wanted it to be. And while I think the side profile looks really cool, like when you look at these just from the aerial view top down, joints do look kind of like boats or whatever. So they are kind of a weird looking sneaker or whatever. You also have the Yeezy Basketball Knit. This is the Energy Glow colorway, which I just want to say, first of all, these joints are super dope when it comes to the basketball knit model. I feel like these are really cool. They're great to rock on the court as well, just casually. But I would say probably the biggest downfall of this sneaker is they are just so hard to get on. Plus that $300 retail price tag definitely would scare a lot of people away. We also have the iconic Yeezy 950 boot. Again, the $600 price tag on these is probably what's turning a lot of people away. Previously, Adidas dropped these, and we did even see these hit some retailers on sale previously. So I think rather than paying that $600 price tag right now, many people are waiting for these potentially to go on sale. We got the Yeezy 500 Tactical. This is the utility sand colorway. These joints right here are super nice, coming in at 300 bucks. This was the only pair that I believe was a new release for this last major Yeezy drop, and just about every size is still available. As well, for the Knit Runner, you have the Stone Onyx and another colorway as well. Another pretty decent colorway, I would say, right here, but again, the Knit Runner is just a little bit underwhelming. But coming in at 210 bucks, Nah, I'll pass. And then you have the Desert Boot Salt colorway, which is a really dope colorway. The Desert Boots are awesome. I feel like they've aged like fine wine. And to me, still one of the most wearable Yeezys to this day. So just about a full size run still available for those. For the 700s, I was surprised to see that you could still pick up this Salt colorway, one of the OG 700 V1 colorways still available. We have the 700 V3. You guys can still pick up the Fade Salt colorway. I think these joints right here are super dope. I actually happen to have these as well. And on top of that, we also have the Copper Fade, which is kind of like this gradient color blocking going on right here. I would have to say though, I never was a huge fan of these, and even still to this day, I would never pay full price for these joints right here. And then for the 500s, I was actually shocked to see that you guys can still pick up the Ash Gray pair, which is still sitting via the Confirmed app. While all of the other colorways are sold out, these ones are still available. Now, for the last month or so, every Monday has began with Adidas loading up new Yeezys to the Confirmed app, but with the last scheduled drop that we know of, actually, which went down last Thursday, it looks like this should be just about it. So it's going to be very interesting to see if come tomorrow, Adidas is still going to have these Yeezys available via the Confirmed app. Do you guys feel like they're going to leave them up there until they all sell out, or do you feel like Adidas will eventually just pull all of these pairs? Also, something to make note of is that we did finally, for the very first time, see Adidas sending Yeezys to outlets for this final drop. So we'll have to wait and see if Adidas sends any additional pairs to the outlets this summer. Remember, all of the pairs hitting the outlets have an additional 50% off discount, which is absolutely incredible. So we'll have to wait and see if any of these pairs that are sitting right now could potentially go on sale, maybe hitting the outlets. I think that would be a great move, because I feel like, you know, if you're able to grab a lot of these pairs at half off, it would make them definitely much more enticing for a lot of consumers. Also, Adidas employees have been able to enjoy these 50% off discounts on top of all of this stuff, and I've been championing for Adidas to you know, reward some of their level 4 tier 4 members, you know, maybe with an additional discount. It doesn't have to be all the way up to 50%, but like give them at least like 10-30% off these pairs. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Adidas does, you know, with the next couple of months here. The next big financial report that we're expecting from Adidas will be their Q2 results, which annually Adidas does drop in August. So it looks like we're going to get the next official word from Adidas in August, but until then, it's just only speculation, and we'll have to wait and see what they do. So tomorrow we'll have to check to see if Adidas, who knows, maybe they'll add some more pairs to the Confirmed app. Maybe they'll just remove pairs altogether, and then we'll have to wait and see if they do send any additional pairs to the outlets, or who knows, maybe they'll just go ahead and do a 50% blowout sale for all of these joints on adidas.com. So a lot of questions will be answered coming up this week, and if we don't get any definite answers, if Adidas just kind of stays quiet on everything, we will get an official statement when they provide their quarterly financials, which the Q2 results are going to be due coming up here in August. So just wanted to check in with you guys here on this Sunday. Of course, it is Father's Day, so just want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Salute to everybody for tuning in. We're gonna wrap things up right here, so drop your feedback down below if you guys enjoyed this Sunday update. Go ahead and hit the like button. So of course, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out. Love.